job you've never seen. We're calling this the Signal Mountain Subdivision. It has a name.
Yeah. Shrubbery.
The Shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
Shrubbery. You said it, yeah, let's see her say it. Say it again. She says it good. I figured that'd be a little more tongue-tied. So what we're going to do is, this is getting widened. We're going to drive this in the back of the truck, talk about the subdivision, but we're burning some daylight. We got a late start. All that normal crap we're always doing, trying to fit stuff in the day. So we're going to hydro seed the upper side of this road. This looks like the low side, but for the most part, it's not. This left side of the road all the way down. We've swelled the ditches already, and we're going to try to set a hard line on this side and build the road out to 20 foot on the right side, and then establish grade. We're taking this subdivision over from somebody, we don't know who, but they were slightly over their heads in our opinion, but we're here now, so muscle this thing to the end. All right, you know what we're doing here. Let's mix this stuff up and start spraying. So this is a wood mulch. So what we're doing is it's got an auger attachment, so the leaves in it. Right, I'll be in great shape. And we've got 300 pounds of seed. We've got half a bag of fertilizer. I actually don't know, probably about 30 pounds of fertilizer. Sits on the ground, it sets up, and we have a liquid lime we mix with it. And that ends up being a nice little cocktail for grass to grow, and that grows really fast. This has a little bit of millet in it, which is a summer grass. It'll die off in the winter, but it's got multiple grass seeds, so the millet's going to come up real quick and stabilize this thing fast.
My car is blocking them. Man, why y'all been so lazy today? Trying to head out of here early?
5 o'clock.
About 5:30. Probably like 5:15 or so.
Overtime.
Oh yeah. Paying the third out here with this heat.
Right. It wasn't too bad today. Yesterday,
it was bad. We were still cutting trees yesterday. Today was all just equipment work. Well, take that back. We had to walk around with a grader on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anybody want to get yelled at today? I'm just kidding.
oh yeah, trying not to.
You're out. I'll make some. Show the camera. We'll get some reference of that later on.
Look at there. We
Made
working.
light work.
We working.
That 6 cut it good.
That looks good.
It cut it good. I mean, I know. I mean, you worked it, but I mean, did it cut? And it jumped around.
It was all right.
Push it.
But yeah, it was all right. But he,
And
not as good as Caleb could have done. But
he said we didn't get started. I just started throwing dirt when we got.
Did y'all throw any GoPros on any of that equipment today?
Oh yeah, I get them without battery. I get them without SIM cards, so don't feel bad.
He goes, a what? Did you hear that, Zach? A what?
A what?
What's a
I
GoPro?
promise you have 12 hours of uninterrupted Austin Newberry today. So.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
He sent me a message
Good luck with
earlier.
that one.
He said they're gonna love my singing on here because I've been singing all day.
I'm singing. I swear to God, I'll make a whole video just of Austin.
There ain't no telling. I hope he didn't have any phone calls in there because ain't no telling what you might hear.
what crimes may or may not be committed?
We'll have a lot of editing to do on tomorrow. He does have new tires.
I love the new tires. Love the new tires. So.
No. Now for the fun part, Zach, we got to find a fire hydrant before it locks up.
I'm going to take Zach, Crab, Larry, and one person to go with you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go show Vernon and Zach what to do down here and do some filming.
Okay.
Easy peasy. You're with me. You can come or go. I'll get you one guy. You go with Parker, right? Parker, you're gonna ride. You're gonna ride with Brad. Go get me some more water, okay? Okay. I'm gonna let you go with him and grab one more tank of water. We gotta do one more tank and then a tank of water to flush it, and then we're done for the day.
All right, good.
Collins, Ian Collins, in the back, guys. All right, guys. So I forgot what they called this. It was like mulberry, berry, what, sherry berry, teddy berry. I don't know. This is the Signal Mountain subdivision. So you can see behind us, we've cleaned up some of these ditches or swells a little bit from what they had previously. You can see my stakes. Anywhere there's orange stakes, the road's not wide enough. The county makes us have a 20-foot finish road. So we've staked 22 feet everywhere. So all of our orange marks is less than 22 feet, and all of our green marks are wider than 22 feet. So we're gonna restore this left side, dig all of it out, re-bench it, widen the road, fix some culverts. It's a 2,200 linear foot road, one way in, left and right cul-de-sacs. I think there's going to be about 30 large tract residents in here, nice homes. And yeah, I mean, basically the contractor that was working here just was a little bit over his head, and it happens. That guy bug hit him, he about jumped on the back of the truck. Got a little smudge on your lens here, Zach. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
So yeah, so you can see behind us here in this ravine, lots of work to do there. Not wide enough. This bank was left raw like this. Obviously not gonna work. So we're in a cul-de-sac now. It's gonna be a dog park back here. This cul-de-sac's 33 foot wide. It needs to be like 75 foot wide to meet the city. So all of this was just not finished, just too small. So let's go look at what Vernon's been doing, check out this clearing and this pad, and see what he's got going on. So I love this little road here, Vernon. This is real nice. We'll have to bring a chipper and stuff in here.
Yeah,
This is perfect.
That's why I knocked it off just a little bit.
Yeah, you can see I tracked in. I wasn't for sure how it was going to lay out when I came in, so I was like, I'm just going to kind of bait in. We won't talk about our clearing pile, even though it's actually not that bad, but you know, we don't have our chipper here yet, so we're trying to make all the chipping go at once. Again, this is taking over and finishing what someone else did, so a lot of this isn't us. We've been up here like, what, 4 days, Vernon? And we've already got all the uphill ditches done, the left side of the road kind of set, the road staked, measured, some change orders lined out, and then this is our biggest, about 2 days so far, in my little half day. 2 good days. So what we got going on here is a cut, and what they're doing is they're setting a grade through this area, and then they're pilling all of this down to the low area to flatten that. So the idea is the grade that's here will be about 3 foot roughly higher than the grade down there, so water drains off of it. But that's flat enough to play ball on. They're gonna train dogs on this. It'll feel flat. And then they'll come up and bench into this, probably get rid of this one hardwood here, and they'll slope this in and come up with a blended in slope. So this road comes in, it'll swerve down onto it. This will be a bank, wrap this around, and when this is done, this will appear flat, and then that topsoil will come back over the top of it as far as it'll go, tie in the side, and they'll end up with about 100 by 100 dog training, public kind of play area. So all in all, going good so far. They should be really happy compared to what they were getting.
Oh, I bet.
So, Vernon, what else you got? You cleared some trees. Tell us about it.
Well, we used the track hoe to dig them out, lay them down, and then we wound up cutting off the stumps. There's a stump pile back here. Measured out, sawed up some logs out of the hardwoods and stuff like that. Try to save a little bit of what we can, and then we just use the other track hoe to stack it up and try to make it, keep it as neat and simple as we can, and leave everything laying one way, so that when we do get a grinder up here, we can just pick up and you turn straight around and stick it straight in. That way you don't have to turn back and forth. We just try to cut down on the movement and saving time and money and all that good stuff. Since diesel prices are high, we try to save what we can.
It's hard to lay down these trees and keep such a virgin timberline. So if you see, I started this while they were working on the roads. You'll look on this line, I sacrificed some limbs to get started, had to lay some things over into these trees. So this one side is like where we're gonna have to go clean up, cut limbs, we'll grind, we'll push mulch in the woods. But these areas here, when we're done, are gonna be very clean and undisturbed right at the line. So you see our green trees here marked. They've already tied ribbon around them. That's a visual of just kind of our perimeter. We can go past that. There's no limit here, but we're trying to keep tidy beyond that. So this is just kind of how we set visual marks for ourselves, so that if we see ourselves getting outside of that and making the job bigger and messier, we know to tighten back up. So real proud of this, really nice. They've got the uphill area cleared, ready to slope. Like Vernon said, the stumps have been kind of put in one pile. We'll try to grind those. They got most of the dirt off of them already. They'll dry up, and then a little bit more of the dirt will fall off. And then the single mountain topsoil's pushed the lower end. So, I mean, there's not much here to talk about other than a little bit of compaction and stuff. So we'll walk out on it, do a couple 360 views for you guys that you see the whole thing. And this should be done this week. So hopefully we'll be hydroseeding this and just getting back on the cul-de-sac here by the end of the week. So let's walk out there and take a look at it. And Zena has not got to drive a big truck yet. You drove my tractor, you drove the Razor, you're gonna drive the Tesla, but I wanna make sure if you're gonna wreck something, you wreck his truck first. Yeah, so what he's gonna do is get that thing turned around for you, get the seat adjusted, and you're gonna get to drive these roads back out and meet us up there at the Y. Okay? Okay. Cool.
That's what I was thinking. I'm waiting for
till he taught her how to shoot. And Daddy didn't play no games, wouldn't let her trade her name.
Xena in the old 550, knocking out of the park.
Like it's nothing.
Just be careful. It's gonna be working for me before it's over. You watch and see.
Jacket's nest. I seen it the other day when I was clearing out. This is some of their hive that they were making, so it was bigger and all the way around out the outside, but now.
Oh, bro, there's like 60 of them out there.
The Gatorade is there is a yellow jacket's nest in the woods. They're on the bank, so
I'll soak it and run.
But I'm out of shape.
Me and you both. I'm in shape. Is round a shape?
Round is a shape.
Stick it out there. You can get it on out.
That's
right up, baby. Okay, so all I was told on that, Zach was driving it home, and the radio, it's been flashing on and off forever, but he said it quit playing music, so he kept tapping on it, and he said it never would start back, so I'm thinking he finally. But he did say he's already ordered a new one. Said it was like $200. So, yeah.
That's not a dang it ain't working. That's a little.
Yeah, that's a knuckle. Remember that ride we took, Zach, where I had to go and I said I had to explain to the guy that has to write the check? That's one of them moments.
Man. A rock come flying out, or how'd that happen?
What had happened was, Larry was using the mulching head on the skid steer, grinding up some trees back here. And he said as he was grinding one, it kind of popped out of the little rails that's supposed to keep everything in front of it. And the tree kind of fell over off like an embankment where my truck was parked, and it got the front windshield. So
goodness
that's
gracious.
What he said. He called me and said, "Burn, I screwed up." So, but it's all right. We got it fixed. Well, not yet. It's supposed to be fixed tomorrow. So stay tuned. We'll show you.
Yeah.
It'll be over wide. Yeah, and then see all this, like how this is rock?
Yeah.
I want to shift the road about 10 feet so we can put utilities in. That's why, you know, the hydro seeding is a little premature. But hey, it looks good.
I tried.
It's green. You did something today. He's like, I put a check in the box.
I tried.
Didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
He's like, eventually we're going to hydro seed that.
Right. Well,
How much is a bag of grass seed now? You may know. $155 for a 50-pound bag.
And how many go into the hydro seeder every time?
I use 4 today. How did you use?
bag and a half.
Bag and a half, okay. We got out of that for under $300. Then you have $22 a bale for the mulch. You got the fertilizer.
How much for the mulch?
22 a square. And that's my cost. It's more than that buying through the vendors. Looking good. Finding snakes. I saw some deer. We almost hit deer on the way here. Yeah, deep brake check. Pat Coleman, everybody. Introduce yourself, Pat. Come on.
Pat Coleman, Joe's friend.
from
Avid YouTube watcher.
Avid YouTube watcher. You subscribe to our channel yet?
Like and subscribe and hit the bell. Kind of a rule of thumb, and you see a lot of people doing this on their channel. If you can wad dirt up and tighten it up, and then the ball doesn't fall apart, it's going to be really good and compacted. See how that breaks right back apart with just a little bit of pressure? So that's that loomy sand for being on the mountain. I mean, the mountain's full of sandstone, right? So over time it compresses, it's hard, turns into sandstone rock. So that's going to be a dog lot for the subdivision. The developer here is big into competition, obedience. So we're going to have a community dog lot, host some shows and training. A couple different house sites over here we're about to start putting in that we've been able to gain that business since we're here. But guys, we are late going and looking at another road they want to put in. So we're going to go down there. It looks good. Am I making sense, buddy?
Oh yeah. This would be tough right here.
Yeah. Well, the other road that we're about to put in is going to be tough too, because it's a side slope. And the problem with the side slope is if you don't get the road all the way back on the original ground, you're running on fill, and you're also running on fill on a slope. So you increase the slope on the downhill side of the road. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. You try to get 40 foot wide in here, I mean, it's a cut. But we need some dirt. So I think that cut's going to be helpful on the whole project. I think what we're going to do is
then turning to join here. So this is the point where this one joins with that one.
yeah, I'm thinking cul-de-sac literally in this area.
Yeah, this one here.
And then that road there, someone's going to get a good private drive start into that lot. That where the road kept going
He
down.
wants to put his house right there.
Well, but that road going that way,
Yes,
that's a perfect build site later.
Right.
Someone's got a head start. I mean, it'd be a great, I charge a little bit more for that lot. So this isn't the prettiest part of this development, but this old land is old coal country. So back in the day, there were all these little strip mines all throughout this land where they were harvesting coal out. It's amazing how non-efficient the mining processes were back then. We bought some land on Lookout Mountain that was real similar to this, but there's so much history in these old mountain towns with the coal mining back in the day. So you can see this was probably a spoil pile from a mining operation, and you can tell just from the erosion off the top how much coal was in their spoil dirt from back in the day. So we bought property in Durham Road back where they had the Durham train that took the coal all the way off the mountains. So we're on Signal Mountain, we're between the historic Edwards Point and Mushroom Rock, right on the Appalachian Trail. So absolutely gorgeous land. So you'll have to find the realtor link below, check out the lots. There's only 8 lots now because I am definitely buying that brow lot back there and putting a cabin. School system's fantastic, Parker's 3. This is public school with like a private school feel, so definitely going to buy a lot, get an address to see if I can put him up here in the school system. Plus, I grew up right here, so be neat to have some land back in the roots. Check this out, beautiful views, awesome location. I don't know what they're arguing about. I would just build right here on 9 acres and forget about moving all this road junk. But let me know what you would do. Let me know if you understand the challenges of building through that ravine, and tell me how crazy it is not to build on this view right here. See you guys later.